Headed to the farm machinery show today. Passing good old Kinsey plant right now. A little bit disappointing because they don't have the planter stuck up in the air today like they usually do. But I'd love to tour that place sometime. Even though I got a red planter now, I still really like my Kinseys. I think it's kind of funny that the Pioneer plot is right next to the Asgrow decal plant. Checking out all the demo equipment while it's all lined up. I don't know why, but a 16 row just looks so much bigger than a 12. And I mean, it's what, 10 more feet, but that thing's massive. We won't leave out the big Bumblebee over here either. If you guys had to take a guess, drop down in the comments how much money you think sits at a farm show in equipment alone. I mean, there's probably 18, 20 combines here, probably 18, 20 more sitting in the actual show itself. There's 30 some odd tractors out here, probably 100 or more inside the show, not to mention the tillage tools, the planters. I mean, I'm sure it's several hundred million, but I don't know. Drop it in the comments. This is interesting here. It's got an onboard air compressor to inflate or deflate the tires to get more traction or less wear on the tires, I suppose. Got a stock chopper on a 240 Magnum, strip till bar, another strip till bar, which is the Unverearth Raptor, I believe. I don't know if that is a 16 row. Looks like a 16 row. Maybe it's a 20. Yeah, that's a 24 row. On a 640 Salford. There's basically my combine, just a year newer and a size bigger. Capello head, which I can't say that I miss mine. Going to Geringhoff was definitely worth doing, but I would love to try a Drago. And I always enjoy coming to these farm shows because I get to see equipment that you never see at home. Like this Klaus, like we don't really have. There's a couple Lexion combines around, but as far as their tractors, the only time I ever see them is at a farm show. I'd love to run this Fendt. It looks like a 1050, that's 1042, so it's 420 horse with a horse behind it. I'd love to demo that for about a week. I could knock out every acre I have with it. Got some more Fendts, a Gleaner, which this is their new, I think they just unveiled these actually, but they're in there in the cab talking about it, all its features, I'm sure. The new John Deere S7s, so I believe they're making an S7, that would be like the equivalent to S780, I believe, or an S680, the Class 8 combine. But it's got the styling of the X9, so neat to see that. There's a S780 sitting beside it, which I believe is Mr. Farm for Profit himself. I believe that's the combine off of their farm. So in a perfect world where money was no issue, I would get one of these Meyer spreaders to spread turkey litter, because they've got those augers in there and they're a full floor. So even if you've got wet turkey litter, it's still gonna spread it just fine. Whereas like the Veed beds, it bridges up over the belt, and it's just, it makes the guy not real happy when he's spreading it. But, so I don't know who's doing Case IH's styling, but kudos to them, because the new quad tracks, the new Magnums, and the new combines all look absolutely stellar. Like the styling on that 525 is, although there's a lot of really cool things at the show, corn's cheap and beans are cheaper, and I'm basically here to look at all the stuff that I can afford in 10 years when it's half worn out. Got 5,000-6,000 hours on it. But then there's also items like that honeybee head that I would definitely be interested in purchasing, either new or slightly used, because the MacDon that I have now, although it's a good head, is getting tired and worn out, and it's going to be time for a new one soon. So this here I find extremely interesting. It is a poly tinder, but you can put liquid or dry in it. So they call it the unibody. So you could use it as a seed tinder, a dry fertilizer tinder, or you could put, like, I guess what you do is you'd shut this off, put a different valve down here for liquid, and you would haul your in-furrow or 32% or anything like that in here. So I don't know, I find that really interesting. It's all stainless, so it's not gonna rust. I don't know, it's like you could use it as your liquid tinder, your dry tinder, your seed tinder. There's a hook up there, but I don't know, I found that one really interesting. And there's the one tractor here at the farm show that I might be able to afford. It looks like on the way home from Iowa, they're trying to dry their corn down already because they got these windmills going to blow it off. I wonder if that speeds harvest up. They're everywhere. Getting back on the correct side of the Mississippi. Hauling down I-80, making good time. So I'm back this evening from the farm show, and it was a good one. It was good to see all you guys. It's also good to be home and not on the road. Got me kind of motivated again to start taking YouTube seriously. So, yeah, we'll be cranking out the videos, and comment what your favorite piece at the show was, I suppose. Or anything to build the algorithm. Anyhow, y'all have a good one.